man? We back. We back. We back. We back. Oh, we back. We back. We back. We back. Man, we are back. It is episode 14. It is episode 14 of this Oddly Even podcast. That is just beyond my own understanding that I'm still doing this. Because man, when I tell you I can't find time to find time to find time, sometimes it be so hard. So this episode is more than likely going to hit a little bit later than my normal Wednesday at noon time. So if you're watching this for the first time, whichever time you watching it, man, I appreciate it. Listen, I'm not complaining about it because I do love it. Like I really, that's the reason why I'm saying like it's something like it's beyond my own understanding because it has really done something for me in my life, you know. And I don't, like I said, I may or may not even have an audience at this point, but it's just the fact that I said I was. It's so many layers to this. Man, well, let me, man. Listen, my name is JonMon. I am the host, the creator, the producer, the editor, the whatever you see. Unless you see some merch, I do have a business partner that helps me with my merchandise. Like they make sure that I have certain merches. I don't even know if that's a word. Ooh, that's bad for podcast, but I'm keeping it. I don't know well, that's my business partner. That's what I was saying. That helps me out. So if you see logos and things like that, shout out to Cervantes who's assisting me with those things. But yes, I am the host, John C. Munn. A lot of names. You may hear me go through my names from time to time. This is the Oddly Even podcast. It's a podcast where I'm able to just release thoughts and in hopes to invoke conversation between you and somebody, or if it just questions some things that you may have thoughts about that you may want to figure out on your own. You know, it's just a way to just generate conversation, basically. And I am going to have guests. I did a test run with a guest, like way early. I think my third episode or something like that with one of my best friends, and it went well. I heard some good things, I heard some positive things to work on. So that's the reason why you have that. Well, that's not the reason why you haven't seen guests just as of yet, because I also want to make sure y'all get to know me. You know, I want y'all to be familiar with my language, familiar with my sense of humor, familiar with my thoughts, so that when I am having conversations with a guest and we're talking about a particular topic, you can keep me accountable to what I'm saying I believe, or what I'm saying I think, or how what I've said I felt in the past before that. So the Oddly Even podcast is a podcast just about balancing, oddly even, whether you stick out or you stand in, there's no reason why a stick out person can't communicate with a stand in person. That's what I'm saying. And there's no reason why just because you and someone have a disagreement on a topic doesn't mean that y'all can't still just have a sensible conversation without the yelling and arguing. And this is I've seen podcasts do that in a sense, but the opinions are so personal that the guests end up just pretty much going at it with each other. And I think we're better than that. I think somebody needs to be better than that. We don't have to agree on everything, and we don't have to disagree on everything. But you know, conversations, and that's what Oddly Even is about, right? So this is episode 14. Episode 14 of them. I don't know how many you've seen, or if you saw this one and then you was like, man, he said 14, and you went back and saw some of those earlier episodes. But yes, man, thank you for tuning in somehow, some way, the way however you got here, you here. And I don't need you for a long period of time. I just need you long enough to stimulate your mind. Look at me being poetic. Pop, pop, pop. All right. So today's topic, and this is my therapy. So when I'm talking to whoever, I'm also talking to myself at the same time. But I wanted to just generate the thought provoking question of: are we still using the word no? like I feel like the word no has gone away so much that when somebody uses it, it's automatically thought of in a negative way. And I've had it's weird. I've had several different discussions with different people just about the word no in different ways. All right. I had a discussion about someone that just probably should say the word no for things that they freely do a lot of. I also have had discussions about someone saying the word no when they feel like something is not in their favor or somebody's like taking advantage of them. And I also had the discussion of the word no when someone feel like they've had too much, like or they're good and things are being offered to them and they're saying the word no. Like I've noticed that people are very very like tense to say no to certain things. I'm no one different. I'm somebody who even though I may not say yeah, I've done a lot of things that I should have easily just said no to, and whether that's whether that's getting in trouble or whether that's my time and my energy or something that I got or this that and the other, and it's like I wish I would have just used the word no. And sometimes it's not even about being assertive. Some people think, you got to be assertive and just use the word no when you don't want to do something. Sometimes it ain't even that. It's just, it's not even like I'm being forced to say yes to something. It's just, I'm saying yes when I probably really should be saying no. Or I'm not saying no loud enough when I should be. I don't know who that may resonate with or who that may needs to be tickled into their ear about, or you may just know someone or maybe yourself like that. There's nothing wrong with the word no. I've been trying to practice using the word no in my vocabulary for quite some time now, and I know yes is always best, and they did a movie about yes day and all this, and everybody's always saying like, just say yes to something, just go out there, try something, live, be excited about life, all this, that, and the other, and that's wonderful. And I'm not saying that doesn't have its place in moments, but I think we have not placed enough emphasis on the word no that we really should have, especially with little kids. See, all right, you know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that's, hold on. Hey, do you know how to do anything? Do you know how to do something that you want other people to know that you know how to do? Let me know. I can tell people. Like right here is when I want to start putting in like advertisements or whatever. Look, I won't charge you and you don't pay me. You know what I'm saying? It's just street networking, basically word of mouth. I'm trying to be the mouth of your word. So if you know how to do, I know somebody that know how to just cut hot water on. All right, she know how to just cut her hot water. So that's somebody I know. You might just one day need hot water cut on. I know somebody that can shave pit bulls. No other dog. He can shave pit bulls, and he do it with a scissor. He do it with scissors and a needle and thread. I don't know what he's doing, but he can shave pit bulls. It don't even look like they lost any hair. So if you know how to do something and you want other people to know you know how to do it, let me know. All right, I'm trying to help. All right.
If you're looking for healthcare, free healthcare, you can always hit us up at www.care, C-A-R-E, benefits, benefits.com. It's a spot on that page where you can inquire about free healthcare, if you need retirement, or if you need any life insurance. We insure anybody, so pre-existing conditions, it doesn't matter. You can be HIV positive, you can have cancer, you can have any type of illness, and we will insure you. There's no underwriting, so no pre-existing conditions.
Okay. All right, guys, you heard.
I remember growing up, there was all these campaigns about say no to strangers, right? Say no to strangers. Man, I just had a whole thought, and I'm hoping I'm trying not to go into all of that. I might. I'm not gonna promise that I'm not, but I might go into it. But like growing, like I'm okay. I'm 41. You know, I don't care about my age. I'm 41 years old. So in my early on, this got to be 1983 to about 1988. It was always say no to strangers, say no to drugs. It was say no to unhealthy food and all this. Like growing up, it was like the say no phase was really strong. But at some point, it switched. Like, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Like the thing, like kids with this whole sex trafficking and everything that's going on nowadays, and all these scammers and people that take advantage of a child or whatever when they see them by themselves, and and sometimes kids are that way towards other kids. And I've been teaching for 10 years. So as a teacher, when I come across a situation that's where a child was either forced to say yes for something, for like giving up their snacks, or letting somebody play on their phone, or a child was let's see, a child was like kind of told to do something that the child really didn't know whether or not they could do it, or they really didn't want to do it because they didn't like it. Not like in a disciplined way. Like let's just say somebody is saying like, okay, right here you're gonna draw, right here you're gonna color, and then right here you're going to cut. So let's put you over with the drawing people, okay? And instead of somebody just saying like, no, I rather not, I rather color, or I rather cut because that's what I'm better at. They just go do, and then they be over there looking all unhappy. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? I don't really like coloring. Okay, well it's open. Why you over here coloring? Well, the teacher told me to come color. But did you tell the teacher that you didn't like coloring? Like, and that's not necessarily saying no as no, but in a child's position to an adult, that's a good way to say no. Like this isn't exactly what I like to do. Can I do that? You know. So what happened to the word no? Did no? I think in some instances, no has become too negative. Like no has become negative, and everybody, I know you gonna say no. Man, okay, I have sons. I have two sons. And I try to tell them, don't ever be shy to ask me for something, even if I'm gonna say no. Like don't let the thought of me saying no to something you want in that moment make a whole like understanding that daddy says no and it's negative and it's this and it's that. It's like, no, I may be just saying no for that moment. And you don't know why I'm saying no. You could be asking me for some pizza, and I'm saying no, we can't have pizza tonight because I don't have the money to go get pizza. You might be asking me for some ice cream, and I'm saying no, we can't have ice cream because you're going through a cold. You're coming out of a cold, and you have a lot of like sinuses and mucuses, and that dairy isn't good for you. Like I try to tell them, it's okay to accept no in the right context. Like don't be not saying like don't push for something. We're not talking about like being tenacious and having tenacity and going beyond. No, we're talking about just simply using the word no again, because I think that no has become negative, and people are afraid to just say no, especially when they need to say no, especially when you be with. Okay, I'm not saying y'all because I'm gonna jump both ways. Okay, especially when girls be having a talks with each other, and it be like, well, girl, he had asked to use my car, and I know he ain't had no money, and this, that. And they be like, well, why did you just say no? I don't know. What? I don't know. This man has showed you in every way that he has no way to take care of your car if something were to happen to it, and yet you give him the keys anyway. Or dudes, when when dudes be when dudes was going through that whole like I'm with you even type thing where like it would like let's say we going to the mall and the new J's and dropped at some point within the last week. So we're in there to buy some J's. And now I may be buying some J's because I have the money to buy the J's. And I'm looking at you like, man, I know you're finna get them, man. And you may just have enough to get the shoes, but you know that money should be going to rent. That money should be going to the babies. That money should be going to some stuff you're supposed to have paid off. Or you really might need to just sit on that money. Or you just really don't need no Jordan. How about that? And it's like, yeah, I'm going to get them right with you. No, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. Even I had a conversation about this too, because I'm bad when it comes to potluck and when it comes to food. If the food is good and I know who all the potluck cookers are and I know the potluck cooker situation, I'm typically gonna say yes to the second plate because you don't got to say yes to the first plate because it's already there. It's known to be like this is your first initial plate. But then sometimes you be at the potluck where it be so much food and they be like, "Do you want some more? You want some more?" And I be like, "Yeah, I do. I actually do. I don't know if I'm gonna eat it tonight. I could eat it possibly tomorrow, but yes, I do want some more." All right. Now we talking about the power of no, right? We're trying to make no be back regular. No is not negative. Negative is not no. So just because someone is offering you something doesn't mean you have to always say yes. Whether you think, well, it's just kind to say yes. No, sometimes it's more kinder to say no. Because have you ever said yes to something that somebody gave you and it's just there? It's either in the refrigerator, it's been in the refrigerator all week, it's been on the counter all week. It's been in the back of the car, on the floor all week. It's been at your office all week. It's been in your bag all week. That's because you should have said no. You didn't need it. But you said yes and you accepted it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with somebody saying no. And I'm saying I promise you I'm reflective to what I'm saying. Everything that I'm saying is reflective. It's coming back because I try my best to utilize the power of no. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not thinking that it means anything bad. I remember somebody was like, I may not get the job. They may tell me no. And I was like, that's the only job that you can apply for though? Like, yeah, okay, you went for a job and you did your best interview that you feel and they said no. Okay, so does that stop? Like, are you not going to go get another application? Are you not going to try to find another job? Is this the only job? Like the no is not that bad. It really isn't. And it's a lot of us scared to just hear the word no. Even when it comes to just trying to like me, that's half. I don't have no hollering game. All right, you shorty, baby, yo, say mom, hey, whoa, that I don't have no hollering game. If we happen to just start talking and we start taking our conversation down that route, it happened naturally. It definitely did. I definitely was not trying to do it on purpose like that. It just so happened. So, but yeah, to be afraid to tell somebody or ask, I should say ask, to be afraid to ask someone for like their numbers or their contact or their name or this. Maybe what if they say no? Okay, what if they do say no? You let them walk on by. You look again because there's somebody right behind them. The no is not that bad, man. No is a two-letter word that can be powerful. And no is like a superhero. You know what I'm saying? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's rally around something special. Supporting our veterans and embracing local businesses this tax season. Choose Tax Boss Family, a veteran-owned and locally operated gym. Your financial journey matters, and so is supporting those who served. And here's the kicker. Tax Boss Family is offering up to a $6,000 cash advance on your refund. Now, that's something to salute. Mark your calendars because the last day to file for up to a $6,000 refund is March 17th, and Tax Boss Boss Family is ready to navigate the financial terrain for you. Whether you're strolling through the clean mall or you prefer the convenience of online booking, Tax Boss Family's got you covered. Visit taxbossfamily.com to book your appointment or drop by our Killeen Mall location for a warm welcome. This tax season, let's make it count. Supporting our veterans, empowering local businesses, and securing your financial success with Tax Boss Family, because your taxes, your way, matter. Tax Boss Family, where you come in as a customer and leave as family.
No can be, I'm sorry, if I start looking cockeyed, it's because I got text messages popping up while I'm doing the podcast. Right? But no is like a superhero. And I mean that because no can be as powerful as you want it to be. Sometimes it depends on your inflection of it, how you say it. And sometimes it just depends on your intent for why you say it. You know what I'm saying? So no can be just a soft no, I'm good. You want some tea? No, I don't need tea. I'm all right. And no could be like, no, get your hands off me. And it can still be as powerful. I remember when I went to I was at a I don't think I was in it. I was somewhere where they was doing self-defense classes for women. And this teacher kept saying, I want y'all, every time you come and you're about to strike that individual, I want you to say the word no. And as some of them women were coming, they'd be like, no. And they'll grab them by the shirt, like, no, get it. No. Like they would say it so soft, and the instructor would be like, no, this person is trying to do whatever to you, rape you, kill you, rob you, or whatever, and you somewhere where nobody's really helping you. You gonna have to scream out the word no. And these ladies, no. Once they really started getting into it, they was getting emotional. No, I said no. Like that was like no is a powerful word. And I think we made it be negative. I don't know why we made it be negative. And maybe it's because we went through all that say no training. You know what I'm saying? Because what is weed all of a sudden? Right? Because weed is legal in half the states. So everything, remember, we grew up with I don't know about your other states, but we had the DARE program, and I believe it's an acronym. But it had, and then we had McGruff the crime dog that would come to the school, and we in there dancing to the music about saying no to drugs, no don't want none of that GRUG, no to drugs. No, like they had a hydraulic jumping cop car helping you say, man, I know I can't be the only person that had that. I know was it just in Texas? But anywho, we went through all that say no training. And then now it's like, it's legal. I don't see no more say no campaigns. I'm saying that to reflect, to say, if the people's mindset got to a certain point where they were like, and they was making us say no, so now we got another reason why no has a negative shadow behind it. That's what I'm saying, because I feel like no is negative. No is not always negative. Sometimes no is the most positive thing you can do for yourself. Ooh, somebody better write that down. I don't even know if I got a pencil over here. But do you feel me? I mean, sometimes no is the best thing that you could say for yourself. No. I told them no, and I felt so proud of myself. I said no, and I walked right out the door. I said no. And you know what they did? They let me go. Yeah, like no can be the man. Sometimes no can just do it. Sometimes no could be your character breaking out of its shell to become who you truly are. Especially if you're that nice person that do everything for everybody. All right, everything for everybody. Your heart is big as glass, big as the earth, but shattery like glass. Like you do everything for everybody. You couldn't say no. you couldn't say no at gunpoint. If somebody told you, you better say no, you'd be like, I help you. I buy something for you. I help you. I cook and clean. I'll be your friend. Like you just some people can't even do that. And then all of a sudden they get to a point where they're stressed and they're about to break. And it's like, because you need to say no a few times. That's something positive for yourself. Y'all, who was it, Jeremiah Puddle Duck? No, it wasn't Jeremiah Puddle Duck or something. I don't know why that's in my brain. But the story is about the duck or the goose or the geese, the lady that made the bread. All right. The lady who asked everybody to help her. She asked the ants, she asked the rats and the squirrels, she asked birds, she asked lizards, she asked snakes. Like, she was asking dangerous animals that could easily eat her. Hey, could y'all help me make this bread? I just need somebody to get some flour. And they go get your own flour. She, okay. Hey, could y'all help me make this bread? I needed somebody to help me get some yeast. Get your own yeast. No, like, she was begging for help making this bread. She went in there and made, I want to say it was bread. She went in there and made this bread. And if you ever been somewhere where the smell of fresh bread crept into the air, it is a serious smell. Like, you don't know what it is. Because it don't have a sweet smell to it, but it smells like something. You like, man, what is that? That's not bread. It has a smell to it. Y'all know what I mean. If you ever smell fresh, if somebody has ever made fresh bread, not like a biscuit in a can or dough, like they did it all together by themselves and put it into the oven, fresh bread has a smell. So that fresh bread smell goes out and attracts the attention of everybody she was asking help for that told her no. I know it sounds like an oxymoron to what I'm really trying to say, but I'm trying to say this about her, because they was telling her no. They was telling her no. So when it came time of her being done, and whether she did it on purpose or not, she had that bread on that window, and it's just going to everybody. And they coming over like, hey, we see you done with the bread. Hey, you finished the bread. You finished with the bread. All right. Hey, when you gonna start serving? And she looked at them and gave them the same no. Like, did you help me make it? No. And this is when no's was just, this is a story where no was just hitting like a drum. Did you help me make it? No. Did you help me prepare it? No. What about washing the dishes and everything? Did you help me do anything? Like, did you help me do that? No. Did you help me get the groceries? Did you help me bring the groceries in? No. Well then, no. She said no. And the character of this duck was already painted like this is a duck that do everything for everybody anyway. But this is the day the duck said no. And maybe some of y'all need to have a day like that where you just say no. All right? That's this is how oddly even is. You know what I'm saying? We look at it differently. And I hope somehow, in some way, something that I said resonates to you. All right. And if it don't resonate to you, give it to somebody else. Maybe it'll resonate to them. A seed don't grow in every dirt. You know, that's country. I know that's country. Let me break this country. Let me break it down. Every seed doesn't grow in dirt. You know what I'm saying? Certain seeds got to have certain textures of what's around them to grow and bud out. Just because you put something in dirt don't mean it's going to grow. All right? So it may not grow in you. You may just need to give it to somebody else and let it grow for them. Then maybe you can pick the fruit off of what grew. Man, don't, boy, I get deep. I'm poetic now. They used to call me, what was my name? Poetry in motion. I was poetry in motion. I was always moving. I would be saying some stuff and move it. I'm poetry in motion. But anyway, hey man, this is the Oddly Even podcast, episode 14 in the books, man. I am still going. Hey, you know what? At some point, I'm gonna be at episode 100, and then at some point, I'm going to be saying like, this is my 1 year anniversary of starting my podcast, and then at some point, I'm gonna really be somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm enjoying myself doing this podcast. My name is John C. Mon, J Champ, Bucarino, Jelly Bean, JSL, Juan Montenegro, Pop Lock Pimp, Poetry in Motion, Joe Nathan. I told you I got a lot of names. Big Knees, I say Big Knees. And you have, man, I hope you enjoyed yourself doing this podcast. And look, say no to something. I challenge you, and this is mostly, let me close my eyes to make it spiritual. All right. This is mostly for those people who are struggling with the confidence to say no to something that they really need to, domestically, uh, financially, addiction wise, um, friendship overtaking you, confidence wise, getting your voice heard wise. But just say no. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say something, but I'm not. So I'm gonna close it like that. All right, Out of Eating Podcast. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Remember, go share a conversation with somebody. You don't gotta like or subscribe. I ain't begging for none of that. Whatever you give me, I take. It's gonna move on its own. See y'all. Make sure you make some sort of notification for yourself to tune in every Wednesday. That's every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I will be presenting a brand new episode, a brand new conversation, brand new topic, and a brand new person, hosted by me on this Oddly Even podcast. Every Wednesday, y'all. Remember, Wednesday